On today's Town Hall agenda, we have shoutouts, important upcoming dates and reminders, and a digital citizenship lesson from Common Sense Media entitled Curated Lives. Who are you on social media? Shout out today to our December 2020 Students of the Month that we'll be celebrating in just a moment. Shout out to all the 8th grade students who have registered for the SHSAT assessment. And shout out to the BC teachers using hyperdocs and bitmojis this week. I've seen them everywhere. Shout out to DJ Yaya, who will be helping us out with our virtual dance later this afternoon. And we'd like to wish a very happy birthday to Michaela Campbell, Alexander DeMott, Leanna Duggan, Samson Edmond, Ashley Fitzpatrick, Nasri Jardim, Matthew Lewis Charles, Aiden Light, Levon Parker, David Stewart, and Soraya Ross. Happy birthday, everyone. Just a reminder that our Students of the Month are selected by your teacher teams, and these are the students that exhibit the BC Prep values every day in remote and blended and all instruction. These are students who are prepared. That means they show up ready to go, they have their work ready, they prepare whatever material they need to in advance, and they are respectful of their peers, they're respectful of themselves and their time, they're respectful of their teachers, they're engaged with the work, they are completing their assignments, and they are persistent. They do not give up even when things get difficult. Congratulations to all of our Students of the Month in advance. And those Students of the Month are, for 6th grade, Mackenzie John Baptiste, Kamari Lester, Dana Miller, Savannah Evans, Kevin Edwards, Belana Cummings, Aiden Johnson, Ian Reed, and Josiah Smith. Congratulations to our 6th grade Students of the Month for December 2020. Keep it up, everyone. Our 7th grade Students of the Month are Ebony Page, Shannon Hodge, Kenyon London, Shazara Khan, Sinai Alcindor, Brianna Selver, and Jonathan Ibbett. Congratulations to our 7th grade Students of the Month. Please continue your hard work, your persistence, and engaging in your studies. And lastly, we have our 8th grade Students of the Month for December 2020. Angeline McFarland, Stephen Williams, Markimnik Hardy, Megan Petit-Bois, Adisha Romaine, Crystal Smith, Lauren Murthill. Congratulations to our 8th grade December Students of the Month. Keep it up, everyone. Some important upcoming dates to be mindful of. Pay attention, everyone. This is very important. Starting with today, 8th grade students. Today is the last day to register for the SHSAT. Today. Okay, so if you are interested in applying for a specialized high school, that's one of those 8 programs like Brooklyn Tech or Brooklyn Latin or Stuyvesant. Okay, the list is online. You can do so, but you have to do so by today. Okay, I know the regular high school application process hasn't even opened yet, but you have to test into these schools and you must register for that assessment today. So if you are interested in taking the SHSAT and you have not registered in my schools for that assessment, please talk to your parents. Please reach out to Ms. Oliveri. You can email her at doliveri@brooklynsea.org. Okay, and register for that test if you need to. You can also do it on your own through my schools. BC's virtual dance is going to be held later this afternoon. More on that in a minute. There is no school this coming Monday in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The high school application window opens next week. Okay, so starting next week, students, you'll be able to go into 8th grade students, you'll be able to go into my schools, and you'll be able to actually apply to schools and list up to 12 schools on your application. When you log in, you'll be able to start combing through that. Please be reminded that you can make appointments one-on-one with Ms. Oliveri starting next week. You can do so through our website. The SHSAT administration, that's the test, is going to be given at BC on Wednesday, January 27th for 8th grade students. All right, so all 8th grade students who are interested in taking the SHSAT test, you do have to come into the building even if you are fully remote, and that will be on Wednesday, January 27th. Midwinter recess is being held February 15th through 19th. That's our midwinter break. Okay, that's still a ways away, but I wanted to highlight that because the high school application window closes for 8th grade students the Monday after the break. So it's really important that we get on this application process sooner rather than later, 8th graders. Please do take advantage of Ms. Oliveri's one-on-one appointments and email if you have any questions. Virtual dance. So Mr. Yaya is going to be DJing a virtual dance this afternoon. There will be meet links posted in your class of 2021, 2022, or 2023 Google Classroom for you to access the dance. 6th graders, you're going to be joining 5th period. 7th grade, you can join 6th period. In 8th grade, you can join 7th period. It is not mandatory, but it is just a chance for you to let loose a little bit, have some fun, socialize with people, listen to some music. Okay, obviously you don't have to dance; you can just come and listen to music. But we wanted to offer you a chance just to take a break for a little bit. You will still have benchmark tasks, so that's going to cut into some of that time. So please make sure that you are completing any benchmark tasks that you may have for your teachers, and please make sure you make up any ones that you are missing. Just a reminder, we don't have a date for when the school will be reopened for in-person learning fully, but when we do, all students that are coming to the building must have a COVID-19 weekly testing consent form on file, or you will be moved to fully remote instruction. Once we do reopen, students that are supposed to be reporting to the building must come to the building, or they will be moved to fully remote instruction for the remainder of the year. If you have NX codes on those report cards from marking period 1 that are outstanding, you must make those up. Those NX codes mean course in progress. It's not a final grade. It means that you have not done what you need to do to demonstrate that you've mastered the topics for that course, and so you won't receive credit for that course until it's resolved. If you don't receive credit, you don't pass the grade. Okay? So you'll have to make up that credit during summer school or the following school year. So please make sure that you are completing your weekly portfolio tasks every single week. Okay, there's only one per subject. If you stay on top of it, it's a lot easier. If you get behind, it can take a lot to make up. So please do stay on top of your work there. 8th grade students, okay, just one more reminder, the Shazat window closes today. So if you want to register for the SHSAT assessment, you have to do so by today. The administration of that exam, it's going to be on January 27th. The application window runs from next week all the way through February 22nd. Open houses at high schools are being shared through PeoplePath and also on our website. Ms. Oliveri emails it through PeoplePath, so if you don't have that set up or your parent doesn't have that set up, please email either me or Mr. Eisenberg for that information. And Ms. Oliveri is offering one-on-one appointments for families to help with the process. Okay, so if you go to our website, underneath the Students tab, there is a high school application page. Okay, there are 2 videos at the top of the page, and the third thing on there is the link to sign up for Ms. Oliveri's appointments. Okay. Today we have a digital citizenship lesson from Common Sense Education entitled Curated Lives. Who are you on social media? In today's lesson, everyone's going to be asked to think about how can I create a social media presence that represents the real me. We know that not everyone is on social media. If you're not on social media, I would highly recommend you personally to stay off as long as you possibly can. But we're also aware that many of you are on social media, and that is one of the few ways that a lot of people can connect throughout this pandemic. So we just really like you to think carefully about how you portray yourself on social media, and today's lesson is going to be about reflecting on that. Okay, so today you're going to think about how you describe your curated self, how it may or may not represent your real self. Okay, and We're also going to challenge you to create an avatar that represents your real selves. So, one question to think about. Is the you that people see online the real you? Why or why not? When you post images, when you post and share interests, when you like things, when you retweet things, when you repost things, and when you type things in and you send it out there into the world, is that how you want people to see you? And is that who you actually are? Is that authentic to yourself? The word curate's important in today's lesson. To curate something is to select, organize, and look after a collection of photos, writing, and other artifacts. So when we think carefully about what we're posting, we are curating. And you can curate to be authentic, or you can curate to be fake, or portray a certain image, not necessarily fake, but only parts of yourself. And so it's important to think about what we post and what we share with social media, because it doesn't necessarily just go to the people that we are connected with, but it can go to a greater audience, especially depending on what type of social media you're using. So we're going to stop and we're going to watch a video from Common Sense Media called Who Are You on Social Media? While you're watching, I want you to think about two things. Think about which perspectives stood out to you in this video, okay, and whether you agreed or disagreed with it. Okay. After that, we'll come back and we'll finish up, and I'll offer you the challenge of creating a avatar that represents your authentic self.
I think that social media does make people more fake.
Who's happier? Who's richer? Who appears to be the best?
I would say that it's okay to post a version of themselves that's not 100% real.
Yeah, I post things that I want other people to see.
I do think that social media has an effect on how people act in real life.
It carries a lot of weight.
I do not believe in filters, photoshopping, face tuning, none of that.
Yes, I think some people tend to obsess over their social media.
It kind of loses the meaning of what the intention of social media was, to like connect with other people.
I spend a lot of time being really careful about what I post on my main account, mostly because there's people that I don't know that well who are gonna see it. My spam account, however, is just a bunch of really terrible pictures of me.
It's okay to play a little game of pretend to, show off, impress your friends.
I'm always thinking in my mind, like, for validation from other people. But at the same time, I know that none of that is really worth it in the end.
As I've grown as an individual, I don't see the likes as comments as anything important. I feel like they don't help verify me as an individual.
I started counting my likes on my post, and I realized soon enough that that was giving me anxiety. So I stopped doing that.
But now I've learned to just post them just for my memories.
When I look back on my social media page and kind of relive these memories.
I'm also wondering if people will enjoy the content just as much as I do. When it comes to likes, I never really think about that stuff.
I don't think I feel pressured to post certain things. I feel the opposite. I feel pressured not to post certain things.
Sometimes I can be pressured to post certain things, but I try not to, because I like to be my own person. I don't like for people to tell me what to do.
I only post things that portray me as the young African-American scholar that I am. Even if that's not true all the time, that's the only thing I'm gonna post about.
They have one image of themselves, and it's not an entire picture of who they are as a person.
How I look and how I'm portrayed in society, I'm already expected to act a certain way, so when I put myself out on social media, I really have to watch how I carry myself.
With social media, with the internet, you're able to pick and choose what people see. And it has its pros and cons.
I'm an athlete and I'm going to attend college. With that in mind, I have to pay attention to scouts, I have to pay attention to other colleges and teachers and other opportunities that might be coming my way.
I would say that curating your social media can be positive.
People can see the very best life that you're living, and people can see you being happy all the time.
It kind of gives you the power to be who you want to be and only let people see what you want them to see. It can turn negative really fast.
If you are constantly displaying yourself as always happy, it can create a lot of anxiety and depression, just a lot of stress.
When I post something, I'm checking it very frequently to see how it's doing compared to my other pictures. If it's not getting as many likes as my other pictures, I might delete it.
We only see the greatest moments or the happiest moments of people, and we don't know what happens beyond those moments or what they've done to get to those moments.
I think if someone's posting like fake, like Photoshop photos or like something that's not actually them, I don't think that's okay.
Models online, like sometimes they tend to promote unhealthy beauty expectations for teenagers like us, because teenagers were just trying to fit in, and sometimes these beauty expectations, they do get to us.
There are definitely photos where I've like put filters on it or like edited in some way where I look skinnier or prettier or have less freckles or whatever it is.
My friends are obsessed. Oh, how do I look with that picture? Oh, my body looks weird in that picture. I shouldn't post it. I'm like, why does it matter?
There's these people who always look so perfect, and they always have the cutest lattes, and they're always traveling with the hot boyfriend, and that's all they ever post. You expect that to be your real life.
You have all these opportunities to tell people about who you are, and people tend to edit that because they want to be liked. I tend to edit that because I want to be liked.
I also definitely think it's possible to overthink it. If you just feel comfortable with yourself, I think it's okay to post what you want to post.
Not only does it affect how we are online, but it also affects how we hold ourselves and our self-importance in real life.
That person who you see living that perfect life is kind of curating what they do. So they're not showing you all of them, so don't try to live up to that very small part of their life.
So there were a lot of different viewpoints and perspectives in the video on how people curated themselves or curate their life on social media. Okay, some people only shared certain types of pictures, for good or for bad. Some people only shared posts or images related to one activity or hobby, so they really wanted to portray themselves as that thing. Some people only posted content that's relevant to certain audiences and specific groups of friends, specific people that you might be trying to impress, like a college sports scout. Some people express about being mindful about how you present yourself to others online and whether you want that to represent who you are. And some people express about being careful about who you connect with online. Is your network of people really wide? Is it purposeful? Is it specific to just people you know, or the people you don't know on there? So these are all questions to think about when you are posting. But it all comes back down to how you represent yourself online and whether or not that is authentic to who you are. Is that how you want people to see you? So our optional challenge today is to either use a avatar creator app like Avatar or Bitmoji to create an avatar of yourself. Okay, so when you're doing this, the goal here is to try and create an avatar that is authentic to who you are, all right? Not how you want to be seen necessarily, but to your true self, all right? And so not being one to ask anyone to do anything without trying it myself, and my teachers, everyone that's out there listening, I know a lot of you have made Bitmojis this week. I am not very good at it. Maybe somebody can help me out here, but there's my Bitmoji, and a reminder that we define who we are. So with that, I'm going to leave you for today. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend, a long 3-day weekend, and I hope all the students enjoy themselves at the dance today. All right, I will see you guys next week. Have a great weekend.